it seems like you have two main businesses, fixing and flipping high-class residential and investing in long-term commercial deals. Which one did you start first, and when and why did you decide to do the other business?
Okay, so the whole idea here, let's talk through the stages of business or of life, business life. So first, you're going to get the education, and through education, you're going to improve your judgment. Then you're going to take some action to develop, and training, really. You need the action to do some training with somebody or by yourself or some other people to develop your skills. And then the most important one, the number 3, is you network. You network to exchange value with others. I've had somebody challenge me one time. I was being interviewed and the guy asked the question, well, I think we should network first. Well, not at all, because how are you going to go to somebody successful and tell them, I would like to network with you? What are you offering them in exchange? An entire idea of business is an exchange of values. So first you get some knowledge, then you take some action to gain some idea about what you're going to do. Then you start networking by seeing who is going to work with you. You're going to hire the painter, you're going to hire the broker, you're going to do this. Then you build credit, personal credit and business credit. I talked a lot about business credit. You can see it on YouTube. You can see it in my old trainings. I have a whole training for an hour and a half about how I built credit from nothing for people to $750,000 or 1 million, just credit cards alone. You can just do magic stuff with credits. You can even use your credit cards on PayPal, invoice yourself, cash out your entire credit card, and not just like the credit line, but anyway. Then you flip assets. So the first step of dealing with the real assets is to flip them, is to buy them and sell them. Buy them and sell them. Why? Because you're going to increase your cash reserves, what you're working with. You cannot be buying and holding when you have very little money. What are you going to buy and hold? A small space, small thing? Well, you can buy and hold $100,000. But as you heard me just say right now to Jason, you want to do this? Sell, get a property for a year cash flow, then flip it again. So flipping assets is very important, but realize that when you're going to buy and sell, get insurance and get asset protection. Okay. And then as you build your cash, you can then buy and hold assets. And what's the difference really? When you buy and sell assets, when you're flipping assets, if you will, time is your enemy. You're constantly running against time. So eventually when you reach a level where you have enough money to buy and hold assets, time becomes your friend. And that it's an amazing thing that just happens to you. All of a sudden you realize you're not moving through time anymore. You're now handling the present and time is moving through you. I get very spiritual about this physical universe versus spiritual universe. In the physical universe, you're dealing with matter, you're dealing with space, you're dealing with time, and you're dealing with energy, right? These are the components of the physical universe. But in the spiritual universe, it's all ideas and concepts, and you manifest them, you bring them to reality. From nothing, something is created. That's in the image of God, right? And those who don't believe in the Lord, I am a landlord. Anyway, just kidding. So anyway, so listen to me. Your end goal may be to hold on to assets, but you got to start by assigning, flipping, wholesaling, doing whatever to work the money hard. And sometimes it takes so much effort, it's like moving a bus to do the first deal. And now you got the first deal, second one gets easier. Does the second one get easier or do you get better? That's what I want you to understand. Is the physical universe doesn't get any easier. It's just you get so much better. It becomes a spiritual thing. It becomes, you could foresee what's the end goal of knowledge. The end goal of knowledge is the accurate prediction of an outcome. The end goal of knowledge is the accurate prediction of an outcome. You can predict the outcome because you've done it before. And you know, if I get this building with this drive-through, if I get this apartment building with this configuration, if I get this property and separate the units and sell two, I'll keep the one downstairs free and clear, get a credit line, flip buildings. Oh my God, I'll have the tax benefits, I'll have this. And the whole thing is going to feed each other. And now I have the compounding effect of my momentum. And now I can actually relax a bit. The game is coming to me, not me going to it and losing my time, energy, and not even have a focus to understand who am I and what my role is in life. So I started by fixing and flipping. And even sometimes the market was so good, like it is right now still, where I would buy, not fix anything and just flip. I would buy and fix. So why would people pay me more? Because I would say, look, I bought it for 400,000 and I'd put it on the market for 5 and I would advertise seller willing to carry 100,000. So people will call me. Would you carry $100,000? Yes. Okay, well, you know, I only had 400. I like your building. I'll give you the 400. Or I have this other thing. I'll give you extra credit. Will you carry 2? Okay, fine. So then I was able to buy and sell. You can buy and sell on lease option. You can buy and sell on a wraparound mortgage. And so flipping the assets helps you. Now, the reason I grew into continuing to flip assets that are high end in San Francisco and buying and holding in Olsen One, Puerto Rico is because these two markets have consistent demand, have scarcity of supplies, have performed well through the years. So I know I can predict an outcome no matter where the market goes. I know I'm going to do well as long as I stay cautious and prudent, not take risk. You want to last long in the market, you be cautious and prudent. So I say you get the knowledge, you take action, you network. You build credit, you flip assets, get insurance and asset protection, right? Then you hold on to assets and you network some more because now those with whom you networked first become relationships. And when you get into these relationships, it becomes so strong and it pushes you to the next level, which is you set up your own fund. And when you set up your fund, the game now is not just serving you, but it's serving you and others. You have grown and you're contributing. Because a lot of people say, I'd like to get something with steady income. I'd like to actually use my money with this to grow with somebody. And I'm good with my professional career, but I want to invest my money in real estate. I don't have the time to manage the buildings, et cetera, et cetera. So you continue, when you hold assets, you continue to network because now you have built relationships. And time does something magic for people. There is trust that gets built. They can predict how you behave. They know you're going to pay. They know you're going to do this. And you know that they're coming through for you for what you want. You set up a fund. You then helping other and contributing. And then your network helps you automate, scale, and sustain. For example, I've had team members working with me in San Francisco for years now. I can send the text. Yes, let's go ahead and redo the foundation. That's like $150,000 decision. It's a text. And they say, okay, on it. Done. Why? 9 years doing deals together. So my network helps me to automate. Automating is when you have somebody on your behalf doing the work. You don't have to be physically there. Your physical presence is not required. You're scaling, you're getting bigger, and you're sustaining. You're able to survive the market fluctuations.